All right, let's see. 13 minutes away from the next World Ag Supply Demand Estimate Report, WASDE report, crop production report comes with that as well. And then we're an hour and 13 minutes away from some FSA numbers. We'll break that down for you in just a moment. First off, let's start corn market. We've been rallying here pretty much all day. This is after 2 days of lower trade. And again, yesterday just had the feel like we're treading water. So is this anything in anticipation of a report, or could we be trading something else? 468.5, 8 cents higher, new crop December. Now for soybeans, the gains here are 7 3/4 cents, 11.76.5. And in front of that report, we're trading what? Nearly 12-cent trade range here from 11.67.5 to over 11.78 on the November. It's been a while. Let's look at soy meal contracts. Yep, we're higher across the board. And we have bean oil still lower here, despite flash sale to China announced earlier, 8.97 million bushels. That's soybeans there. Now to the wheat market. This is really where the rally's been, up 23. September 6.53 1/4. We're watching hard red trade up 27 3/4, 7.27. Speaking of a rally, the rally continues here with cotton. We hit 88-cent cotton earlier on the May contract. December, though, is the front month for new crop at 84.97. It's up 58. All right, in front of this report, what can we expect? He's with CHS Hedging. It's Ryan Kelbrants. All right, Ryan, what are you thinking here in front of WASDE?
You know, the estimates for corn yield are 182.7. The July print from the USDA was 183, so slightly below that, with a production of about 15.966 billion bushels. The bean yield is left unchanged with the current estimate at 53 bushel an acre versus 53 in July, with production at 4.478. So I think a lot of this rally today, too, has to do stemming from overnight Ukrainians striking and damaging a major Russian export port in Novorossiysk. Russia attacks on Odessa, so that's Ukraine's largest seaport. So damage to infrastructure there, and just heightened concern about future disruptions to exports from that region is really propelling the wheat markets here today too. So you had some severe storms yesterday and some showers moving through with some winds as well, impacting portions of the U.S. corn and bean belts yesterday. So while the damage in some areas, it's still being assessed. So that's something to look at. You mentioned the daily export sales of almost 9 million bushels, 277,000 metric tons of beans for delivery to China. So they're adhering to their agreement so far, purchasing. We've seen some really good daily export sales of late. We did see some ethanol production numbers here as well. Ethanol production here in the U.S. increased by 10,000 barrels a day to 1.117 million barrels per day. That was in line with estimates and a little bit above the 4-week average. Ethanol stocks rose 300,000 barrels to 24.8 million barrels. That was on the top end of estimates. And a year ago, ethanol stocks were above that. We're at 22.6. Demand was off by a little bit, just 67,000 barrels a day to 8.964 million barrels. That's slightly below the 4-week average of 8.996. So we saw a little tick up in crude oil production, up by just 1,000 barrels a day to 13.805, but that's above last year's total at this time of 13.327. So as you mentioned, the report in about 10 minutes, and we're going to see what the USDA prints, and then we've got export sales tomorrow, and then Monday, a lot of eyes are going to be on crop progress and conditions as well as export inspection. So I expect volatility to persist as, traders, track macro headlines and weather developments across the major growing regions, Tony. So let's see what the USDA shows us.
Yeah, I just looked over and saw that you have your crash helmet sitting beside you. So I guess you're getting ready to buckle in and get ready for a ride, right?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting. A lot of people are on the edge of the seat right now, just waiting for the report here. It's going to be a good one.
Well, good luck. Ryan Kelbrants is with CHS Hedging. We'll take a break. More markets on the other side. This is Market Day Report.